In this video, we're comparing Marvel Spider-Man 2 web swinging to the web swinging of the recently released Fortnite, web swinging, which is actually quite incredible in its own, and we're going to be seeing which one's better. Now, of course, we're going to start it off here with Marvel Spider-Man 2, then we'll switch to Fortnite, and then we'll have a look at both of these side by side. But I have the most experience with Marvel Spider-Man 2. Obviously, I've got hundreds of hours in this game, and it's just incredibly fun. The web swinging in this game is genuinely terrific and phenomenal. It really steps it up from the very first Marvel Spider-Man Remastered game. Notably in the speed, you can get around the entirety of the region super quickly. You can do web zips, you can even glide around using your web wings, but I don't use the web wings in this footage because we're just trying to mainly focus on the web swinging. And of course, the one downside for Fortnite here is we can actually web zip, we can run up walls. There's so much that we can do, but I still think Fortnite has done a fantastic job. So ignore that. I'm like, yeah, man, I've done this for hundreds of hours and then do that. But also, we're using the brand new day suits for both of these, which I think is only fair. But as I'm saying, look at how fast we're genuinely moving. The speed, everything is just insane to me still. You've got all these animations that you can pull off. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and something that I've noticed while I was recording this specific footage, without talking and just having a new pair of headphones on, I've noticed how good the sound direction in this game specifically is, because you hear the wind, you hear all the sounds of the cars, of the citizens, everything. It's kind of incredible, honestly. But the web swinging again, I think so far is unmatched, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I as well want to hear you guys' thoughts on which game has the better brand new day suit. Is it the Marvel Spider-Man 2 game, or is it Fortnite? Because for me, I think Fortnite's is better. I don't know, something about it, just the details and the colors. It looks way more accurate to the actual movie one. But at the same time, yeah. But look at this, man. Look at how far up we can climb. We can just go back down, and the amount of speed we build up here is insane. But at the same time, it's not really fair to say that when Fortnite here is first and foremost a battle royale game. And look at this. One of the first things I noticed is you can do this really cool thing where you can literally just like spin around and your like feet are touching the ground, and you can't do that in Marvel Spider-Man 2. So that's already a huge thing for Fortnite, considering, again, like I said, this game is a battle royale first, and it's got such incredible web swinging on its own. So just because Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a whole game about Spider-Man doesn't mean that Fortnite can't compete in the sense of the web shooters. And obviously this footage here I recorded during the web swinging Spider-Man hours, so we had unlimited web shooters. And obviously it's like a really funny glitch here where you kind of got the web line connected, but you were swimming for some reason. But even so, here Spider-Man, yeah, I just stop here, just take this guy out, because it is a battle royale. But anyways, you still have those cool little animations that Spidey does when you let go of the actual web line. Like he does a little flip, or he does like a little pose, and I think that's really well done. And another thing that's really cool is obviously you kind of have to aim to where your web lines connect, which does give it a lot of points, because I think that's such an integral part. Obviously you could do it kind of like Spider-Man PS1 or the Spider-Man 1 game, but you want the speed and the momentum, otherwise you kind of end up like Marvel's Avengers Spider-Man, which I could probably do another comparison with that, like a three-way comparison, or even add Marvel Rivals if you guys want to see that. But look at this, man. Like, the web swinging is absolutely phenomenal. You can literally get away so fast, and it just feels really damn good, because the actual the physics of the web swinging is really good, and I really enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy this. And if you haven't played Fortnite, hold on, I gotta just take this guy out. And now comes the big comparison side by side. You can see obviously Marvel Spider-Man 2 on the left, Fortnite on the right. And again, like both of these, now that I actually look at them side by side, I think Fortnite has done such a fantastic job here, and I feel like they have definitely improved from the very first time that these mythics were in the game, and it really shows. And just seeing it like this side by side, I think like when you look at the actual speed of like the momentum and everything, obviously, like I think Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a bit faster, but I mean, the fact that we can do all this wacky stuff in Fortnite where we can kind of just have a web line around like a literal object and then kind of like spin around and like have our feet touch the ground, I think that's a very underrated thing, and hopefully Marvel Spider-Man 3 has that in its game. It's kind of funny I'm just taking that guy out. But, you know, the whole thing here is I think it's always good to have sort of different like web swinging references in the sense of like, you know, a future game could take inspiration maybe from like Fortnite and Insomniac. Like little different things like this I think really add to the touch and always improve upon the character. Now when I say the definitive web swinging here, obviously for me, I will still say it's Marvel Spider-Man 2. But Fortnite has done an, you know, fantastic job here. And of course, you know, feel free to discuss this in the comments below if you guys think Fortnite has done a, you know, fantastic job on its own, and if you actually prefer that as well. I'm totally open to having a discussion there, because, you know, again, this is a limited time mythic in the game, having web shooters to be able to swing around like that. So for me personally, again, they've done a fantastic job. I mean, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is literally a game about Spider-Man, so of course, you know, that on its own is gonna be incredible. But I think, nonetheless, both of these are great, you know, frames of reference. Let me get this guy real quick. And then I'm going to leave you guys with some gameplay in the background so you guys can just fully enjoy it without me yapping. Yeah,